what should I do today? I love local diners, not fancy restaurants. When I go to those places, I sometimes see people eating with their hands. I talked about it with my Filipino friends, and they asked me if Japanese people think that is a barbaric act. Everyone has different opinions, so I couldn't answer as a representative of all Japanese people. At least for me, I don't have any negative opinions about eating with hands. However, today's sense of hygiene has changed a lot since I was a child. It seems even more true now that we have experienced thorough hand sanitizing during the pandemic. When we were kids, we used to love eating the rice balls my friend's mother would make for us as a snack whenever we visited their house. Sometimes we would even devour them without washing our hands first. I hear that some young Japanese people these days are unable to eat rice balls that have been handmade with bare hands by others. However, we also have a culture of eating with our bare hands. That is authentic sushi. That is not like the cheap conveyor belt sushi that flows down a line like a factory. In conveyor belt sushi restaurants, it seems that almost everyone eats with chopsticks. Traditional authentic sushi is pressed by a sushi chef with their bare hands, and the customers eat it with their bare hands as well. Therefore, I understand the Filipino culture of eating with bare hands, and I have no resistance to it at all. But there is just one thing that bothers me. It is that many Filipinos say food tastes better when eaten with bare hands. I find it hard to believe, but with so many people saying it, I'm very curious about it. So, today I'm going to go out and eat with my bare hands. Here we are. This is a local restaurant on my usual Okuma Street. It seems like a popular place, and it's quite crowded again today. Water is self-service here. In the pots on the left, there are forks and spoons that have been boiled for sanitation, but I won't be using them today. Here is my meal. Now, let's eat. The person sitting in front of me is using a spoon. I felt a bit self-conscious and looked around. Everyone is eating with spoons and forks. There isn't a single person eating with their bare hands. Is today a day where no one eats with their hands? I've come this far, so I'm sticking to my guns. I'm going to eat with my hands. I thought about it, but I realized it would be a disaster if I couldn't eat well with my hands and had to go grab a spoon or fork later with messy, sticky hands. So, I've decided to get them in advance. All right, let's start over. I've got my soup and my fork ready. I will start with the rice. I heard that I should use my thumb, index, and middle fingers to press it into a small mound. Next is the pork cutlet. Oh no! Since I was filming with my left hand, the breading came off. The person to my front right is looking down and laughing. I feel a little embarrassed. But if I quit now, it would stain my honor as a man. So I pretended to be a foreign gourmet reporter or a Michelin inspector checking the taste. I carefully stared at the piece of breading that had fallen off, then put it in my mouth and savored it slowly, as if that was exactly what I had intended to do. I tried to make a small mound of rice with 3 fingers and flick it into my mouth with my thumb, but it's quite difficult. Well, that's fine. It seems to require a lot of skill, so I'll make it a goal to practice and improve. Now, I am going to try the beef soup. First, I'll pick up a piece of meat and try it. This is quite hot, so I had a hard time grabbing it. This beef soup is delicious. I order it every time I come here. However, I feel a bit of resistance to dipping my hand directly into the soup. Oh, it's not shown in the video, but I did wash my hands properly beforehand. I tried my best to eat with my hands, but the rice fell apart in the soup broth, making it impossible to grab. It's a shame, but from this point on, I'm going to use a spoon to eat. This was a tactical error on my part. I should have finished the soup first and then eaten the solid ingredients with my hands. I'll learn from this mistake for next time. Anyway, thank you for the meal. It was delicious. I'll be back again. This is from a different day. I don't remember exactly when it was, but it looks like I have a double serving of rice. And for the side dishes, I have 2 types of simmered meat and a beef soup. Eating rice dipped in the meat sauce is delicious, but as I do this, the sauce gets on the rice, making it gradually harder and harder to grab. It looks like I hit my limit with eating by hand at this point and went to grab a spoon. It looks like I'm putting the rest of the rice into the soup to eat. In Japan, we call this zosui or ochazuke. But are there similar dishes in the Philippines? If they don't have it, then it's a fusion of Filipino and Japanese cultures. Mr. Chef, you can even make this a signature dish on your menu. I won't even charge you for the idea. This is from a different day. They didn't have the beef soup that day, so I ordered the fish soup. Of course, I am practicing eating with my hands. This fish was also too hot to flake apart with my hands. I decided to eat the rice and the fried food first. I was about to start on the fish soup, but since it's difficult to do while filming with one hand, I decided to stop recording here. I ended up using a spoon and fork at the end of this day too, didn't I? This is from another day as well. Today, I am determined to finish my entire meal without using a spoon. Today's meal consists of beef soup, 1 cup of rice, fried chicken, stir-fried bean sprouts, and a piece of meat. The total came to 245 pesos. It's healthier than fast food and very filling, which is why I love this place. Yes, I'm going to eat with my bare hands again today. The question is, will I be able to finish the whole meal without using a spoon? I've challenged this many times and believe I've gained enough experience. Now, let's see the result. In this beef soup, this is the only large piece of meat. I should be able to drink the rest all at once. It looks like I won't be needing a spoon this time. I have finally mastered eating with my bare hands. I did it, Mom. I feel like food somehow tastes better when eaten with my bare hands. I've completely blended into Filipino culture now. Okay, I lied. In the end, I still need a spoon after all. It's actually quite difficult to finish a whole meal with just your bare hands. After touching the soup, the rice inevitably falls apart and becomes hard to grab. A spoon is just so convenient, isn't it? In the end, the lesson I learned is that it takes time to master anything. I was acting like a pro, but in reality, I've probably only eaten with my hands about 20 to 30 times. To be honest, I'm not sure if food actually tastes better when eating with hands, because every single meal I've had in the Philippines has been delicious. However, you never know until you experience it for yourself. This was a great opportunity to learn more about Filipino culture. I forgot to mention something important. It's not like absolutely everyone is eating with their hands. See you soon, Akma? I'll try a different carinderia next time. In the fast food restaurants and carinderias I visited around It Park, the vast majority of people were using forks and spoons. In my experience, I'd say only about 5 to 10% of people were eating with their hands. Of course, I assume it's different at home compared to eating out, though. Maybe 20 or 30 times isn't enough to truly understand the essence or the benefits of eating with hands. I will keep on challenging myself. This place looks like fun too. Is it a karaoke bar? Anyway, with lots of love from right in front of Green Banana.